Irving using the Drummond screen. Oh, Irving!
Wait, what just happened? Let's play that one more time. Sheesh, guys. That was so many moves. I mean, this guy here didn't even know what happened. Ever since Allen Iverson arrived in the league, we have never seen anyone like him. That is, until Kyrie Irving showed up. This guy isn't Allen Iverson 2.0, he's like Allen Iverson 5.0 in my opinion. Standing 6'2", Uncle Drew is a walking bucket for his size, and he can literally do it all on the offensive end. And I literally mean it. Is there anything this guy can't do? From long three-pointers, to humiliating players in the mid-range, to doing these ridiculous flurry of moves. Kyrie has virtually become an unstoppable scorer as he can get whatever shot he wants, whenever he wants, no matter who's guarding him. Now with that in mind, one of the questions I have is, how exactly is he doing this all? Well, to start off, Kyrie would not be Kyrie if it weren't for his godlike handles. Many have already considered him as the greatest ball handler of all time, with all the ankles that he has broken throughout the years, and the truth is, no one else comes close to his level when it comes to this aspect of the game. In an interview, Kyrie revealed his ball handling secrets as well as his mental approach in one-on-one matchups. I have counters to every move that I do. What I want fans to realize is that when I make a move, it's really a simple move. It's just done with pace, and it's done off a counter of something. I only do those moves when someone kind of puts me in that position. When someone makes me feel uncomfortable, I'll always have a change of pace or have a change of direction to kind of keep them off balance. They can only guess, so you're in my control. That's what offensive guys need to remember. Alright guys, let's try to put what he just said into action by dissecting one of his plays. Here's Kyrie going up against the much taller and longer rookie sensation, Jonathan Kuminga. He first tried to bait Kuminga with a double crossover to see if he'll react. Now, when that didn't work, he changed the pace to force Kuminga to react, and when the rookie momentarily slipped up for just a fraction of a second, Kyrie drew it back with just enough space to hit the jumper. Kyrie later added that it's important to keep it basic at the beginning before you would work on the much more advanced stuff. Everybody always asks, what did you do as a kid to get your handle like this? And I tell them I just practiced simple moves first, like crossovers between the legs, behind the back, and then I would work on combinations in isolation situations by myself. Then I would have counters to every move, always be prepared for that, not only that second move, but the third, fourth, fifth move just in case. Alright, on that note, let's get back in the film session and check it out again in action. Kyrie is initially matched up against Aaron Gordon. The screen forced a defensive switch, and now Kyrie gets the matchup that he wanted against the much bigger and slower Jokic. At this point, Kyrie just smelled blood in the water as he attacked him. First with the crossover, and then when Jokic cuts him off, Kyrie went for his second move with a spin counter before laying it in strongly. Sheesh, guys. That's what you call poetry in motion. Anyway, while it is true that his handles have always been the foundation of his diverse offensive moveset, Kyrie has developed and added another weapon in his offensive arsenal, and that is his shooting abilities. As you can see in his career stats over here, Kyrie has become a more efficient shooter year after year, and this season, he's been having a career year at 41.8% from 3, while also having a career high in three-point attempts with a little over 8 attempts per ball game. His free throw attempts as well have improved. When he first started out in the league, he was sorta hovering at about the mid-80s, but over the last 3 seasons, he's been in the 90s. Anyway, let's go over and take a look at how Uncle Drew became even more unstoppable by improving his shot-making ability. In this crucial play, the Nets needed a 3 to close the gap. Meanwhile, the Warriors knew who would take the last shot, and they double-teamed Kyrie right off the catch. However, Kyrie's confidence is just on another level, and he was able to hit a tough fall-away 3 here, under extreme pressure and with a 6'9" defender right in his face. My goodness, guys. Aside from having superb ball handling skills and improving his regular shot making abilities, Kyrie's also developed a reputation for making extremely difficult shots, like how Kobe used to do it. I mean, take a look at this. There's 2.7 seconds left on the clock. The ball is in Kyrie's hands. He's literally being double teamed at half court. But what does he do?
Shot, Irving behind the back, trying to get free, does so, and there it is!
My goodness, guys. The degree of difficulty on that shot is about as hard as it gets in the NBA, but Kyrie did it. Now on a different play here, Kyrie is matched up with Cole Anthony on top. Seeing that there's no blue shirt manning the paint, he then quickly switches gears to blow by Cole. However, his plans were botched when Wendell Carter Jr. met him at the last minute. Coming on full steam, Kyrie doesn't have time to slow down and instead collides midair against the 6'10" Carter Jr., absorbs the contact, and finishes it off the glass. That bucket was his 50th point of the ballgame, and he ended up with a career high of 60 that night. And what's even crazier about this is that he just dropped 50 against the Hornets a week before this game. Man, is he unstoppable or what? Well, speaking of his 60-point explosion, here's what Magic coach Jamal Mosley told in the post-game interview about the hard time they had in stopping Kyrie. There's times he's shooting over two people. You try to double team him, he's smart enough to know when to go and when not to go. He's fast in transition, so you can't speed up and try to deny him. They're setting back screens, he's crafty enough, and he's seen every coverage and he knows how to play with pace. That makes it hard. And then from one great scorer to another, KD also weighed in about Kyrie's career night after the game, and here's what he had to say. Pure. Everything he does is pure. It looks so easy tonight. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he had it cooking like that. And I saw it in his eyes to start the game. You know he wanted to play better last game, so he came out here tonight and wanted to impact the game from the start. He led us all night. He hit big shots when we needed to. And it was just an incredible, incredible performance. It's something like, younger players, you should watch this game to learn what it takes to score at that level. At 5'10", 5'11", for him to score that easy, that was just a masterclass. Anyway, despite only suiting up for 28 games this season due to the whole vaccine controversy that he had to go through, Uncle Drew has been providing a much-needed lift for the Nets as of late by averaging solid and efficient numbers across the board, including the 50 and 60 points that I talked about earlier, together with 2 40-plus point games and 7 30-plus point games. But more than the numbers, what I love about Kyrie's offensive game is just the art behind it. I mean, let's take a look at one more example here. Off the Sabonis miss, Kyrie hits the guy with an in-and-out dribble. Then went behind the back. Then when the defense showed up, he went to a Euro before hanging and leaning in the air to softly lay it in. Man, there's literally no way you can stop that regardless of how many defensive titles you got. Kyrie is truly a gifted and special scorer with all the ways he can put the ball on the rim. In an interview, here's what Kyrie said about where he gets the extra motivation to put a ton of points on the board. When you're a kid scoring a bunch of points, it means something. But when you're in the best league in the world, doing it against the greatest athletes, it means a little more, and that competition level just comes out of me. Anyway, on a slightly different topic here. Have you ever wondered what happened whenever people trash talk Kyrie's idol, Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba? Man, Kobe was a different beast, and when he was on the court, he's the last person anybody should ever talk trash to. But anyway, if you want to see what happened to these people, then check out this video right here. It's pretty intense, but I'm sure you guys will love it. So go ahead and click it, and like always, I'll see you on the other side.